Until the 1st of February, I'm excited to be partnering with HelloFresh UK. Get money off fresh meal kits delivered to your door by using the discount link or the checkout code in the description below. Get 50% off your first box and 35% off the following 3, as well as 3 free gifts. If you want to see more from HelloFresh UK, then check out my social medias where I've been sharing my meals the last few weeks. And what's best, if you sign up, you help support the channel and you can cancel at any time. Well, the honeymoon is well and truly over at Ipswich Town. Since you were last with me, we have not won a game. It's crisis mode, we are sliding down the table fast, and we need results very quickly. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 54 of the Head Coach with me, Daniel. We are back today slightly earlier than planned with Ipswich Town, and that is because we are in crisis. Long gone are the days of that dream start just a few matches ago. We have picked up 1 point since the last episode, and today, following the October international break, we have got to find a result against relegation-threatened Wigan. If you're looking forward to finding out if we can, as well as how we get on at home to Millwall, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. But we are going to head straight to the schedule because it has caused all manner of problems in recent games. And that dream start, that little talk in the last episode of, could we shock the odds? Could we get into the top half? It has well and truly gone away. I just need to stay up. Because if we have a look at what's been happening since you were last with me, it actually became the start of a rut in front of goal. We have scored 1 goal in our last 6 matches. We have lost 4 of them. We have drawn 2. We have not won a single game. So it looks like as soon as we played the tougher teams in the league, Rotherham, Cardiff, Sunderland, Palace, Leeds, all expected in the top half, we've really struggled. Only Peterborough, where I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a result. So let's have a look at how those games panned out. A 3-0 defeat against Cardiff, we were well and truly outplayed in this one. A 2-1 defeat at Peterborough, we went 1-0 up after 4 minutes and then let in almost 2 carbon copy goals, which is so annoying, before losing 1-0 in back-to-back home games against Sunderland to a penalty, against Palace to a late goal, and then a 0-0 draw at Leeds, which was a pretty decent defensive effort, but it was very much a smash and grab. We did not dominate that game at all. So today we're coming up against, well, 3 out of 4 sides for the rest of this month that aren't expected to be in promotion contention. So can we start to get results and it was maybe just how the fixtures fell? Or are we in a crisis? We're about to find out. I know the first few games maybe gave us a little bit of a facade. We thought that maybe we were ready for this step up. But I'm not so sure now. It was a big goal, 3 divisions from where we were with Bromley last year. And the Championship, it is an unforgiving league. So let's go and see how we get on with it today. The dynamics have improved. We've been doing the chats over the internationals, but the form is all over the place. There's players unhappy who want to go out. There's players who aren't playing to their potential. And I just don't know if I've got the chops for this yet. We're about to find out in the hardest possible way though. Let's go and get into the big game to start today. It's 2 matches that are going to define this season. If we lose them both, we're going to be in relegation trouble and it's going to be a very long battle. Don't forget, if we go to the club vision screen, become an established Championship side is the objective this year. We're not doing that at the moment. We're also not playing the direct football they favour. But what I am trying to do is get the other 2 things right because they're the ones that are more preferred. They're higher importance. So we're playing defensively solid football. Even in most of the games we've lost, we've only let in 1. We're playing high tempo pressing football, but we're not quite as direct as we could be yet. And it might be something I change because we've got that big target man up front. We've got the quick lad who can come on off the bench. And maybe we haven't got the quality in the middle that we once thought. So I'm going to give it a couple more games. We might go more direct then. But for now, we are going to get into this one and hope that we can get a result. Wigan are one of those sides that were expected to do pretty poorly at the start of the season. We also were in that category too. But who's going to come out on top today? There's only one way to find out. Let's go and pick our 11 and we'll be back in a minute to run through it. Right then, following a very disappointing run of form, which you can see from the last 5 game graphics and from the average ratings, we have got to find a way in this game. I've stuck with what I believe is the strongest 11. I've stuck with those who have largely got the best determination, the best character to respond if we go a goal down. but there is a lot of quality on the bench. We've got Grimshaw in goal. He is the usual keeper. Had an absolute blinder against Leeds last time out. Davis and Swanson are the fullbacks with Wolfenden and Edmondson at centre-half. Frankie Kent in front of them. He's been pretty useless. I might even end up replacing him or at least adjusting the role as we go along. Maybe as an anchorman we get even more protection. Mowat and Harper the midfield too. Ferdinand and Sykes the wingers. And then George Hurst, the target man up front. And I have given it up already. We're not playing shorter. We're going more direct. And if this doesn't work, I might just go to the 3-5-2 because I don't see any other solution. So let's go and get into it. Away from home, we've been a bit hit and miss this year. But if we can get a result in this one, things will start to look up very quickly. It's the type of championship season where if we win one now, despite 5 or 6 without a win, we'll be back in playoff contention. Can we do it? That's a very different question. Here are the teams then, and Wigan Athletic have got a familiar name for me as a Luton fan. Fred Onyedinma is out in a wide area. They've got Jack Watmore and Dara O'Shea at centre-half, experienced partnership there. And a bit of quality throughout, the likes of Joe Rules on the bench even can make a difference. So for us, not in a good vein of form, this isn't ideal, but we've got to remember, they're in the relegation zone on 6 points. So if we can get a win out of this one, it again makes clear daylight. That is all we've got to do this year. Yes, the start was exciting, it gave me a full sense of hope, but if we can make this a comfortable year, it's a box ticked, it's success, and we can move on as a championship manager. That's going to be a difficult task though, because Wigan are a decent side. They've got familiar names as well. It's just who's got the most confidence here. As Mowat puts an early free kick in. Hurst up to Wolfenden. He's hit the post. It was so close. It was a great opportunity and a set piece might well settle this. Two teams not in great form, not in a great vein of confidence. Maybe it is going to be a header, a mistake, something silly like that. But so far, it's been a positive start. And here we are with a throw on the left-hand side, nearly half an hour on the clock. I still don't think there's been a shot on target this match, though Leif Davis tries to change that. Weak foot from 25 yards probably isn't going to get us a goal, but it was a decent effort, it was a shot on target, and it is the only one of the match so far. 0-0 at 10 to the break, it has not been one for the purists, but we're staying in the game, and again, we do look defensively solid. As a new manager coming into a club, that's something you often have to work on. Can you build a solid defence? Then add in the attacking bits after it. That's the bit that's missing at the moment. I'm a bit worried that most of this side is looking nervous. You can see where the confidence is. I want to tell them I'm pleased. They've responded well. I was a bit worried because it was a relegation threatened side. They might say, actually, what are you on about? But they've reacted well. We've built the confidence up. Now can we get the response? One goal here and everything changes. As Swanson picks the ball up on the right wing. Down the line towards Ferdinand. That Ramdoita not working out so much now, though he has nicked it. In the box he goes. Over the bar. He was just a little rash there. That composure you saw earlier in the year. George Hurst not getting up in support. Sykes as the inverted winger not really getting in the box. And where's the advanced playmaker? Where's the box to box? Where are those bodies committing themselves? It's not been the greatest display and it's not been the most attacking intent. But with 20 minutes to go, we're still in it at 0-0. It's been okay and defensively we've been rock solid. So let's get on a few changes and try and nick this. The first one is going to be Sykes. He'll be replaced by Woodburn on the left. Rakeem Harper is looking nervous. Adeniran will come on for him. He's not looking any less nervous, mind you. Same for Kent in the holding role with Akinola. In fact, Mola's going to come on there. And then looking into defence, Wolfenden off for Cooper. He's a bit more motivated. It leaves us one. With 5 to go, I'll throw on the second striker. But this is now becoming a do not lose as well. And that's the problem when you've been in a bad run of form. Your attacking intent at times just goes out the window. As Davis throws in on the left to Mowat. Down by the byline again. Cuts in on that right foot. Not going to shoot again, is he? He does, and it's straight at the keeper again. Shoot on your left or pass it to someone else, please. I don't want the left back taking all of our shots. We've got to throw in a defensive area here. Davis into Mola. He plays down the line to Woodburn. Can the subs and those deadline day signings make a difference? Adeniran in the middle. Beats the sliding challenge. Ferdinand's out wide. O'Shea brings it down, but Ferdinand nicks it. That's a disgusting tackle. Get off the football pitch. That's a disgrace. And now we are going to chase this. 12 to go. What we're going to do, Alex Mowat will switch with Mola. Mowat will come off for the other striker. And we are going to go for it. We'll still play as a sort of cautious mentality. So we've got that solid base behind us. But then we'll just really push on. We'll put Adeniran as a deep line playmaker just for a bit of cover. And then this is going to be the plan for the rest of the game. Advance forward on attack, target forward on attack, and the two big wingers in support. 4 men in attack, 2 in midfield, 4 at the back. Let's go a little bit longer. Let's get in behind. And please, just let me nick a 1-0 win, because Dara O'Shea has done us a favour here. 5 minutes to go, and at the moment, Wigan are sitting deep and have shown nothing in terms of going forward, but that's meant that we've not been able to create much either. Though Woodburn nicks it here, chips into the striker. Oh, it's a good save from Setford. Shaquille in behind the January deadline day signing, or the summer deadline, I should say, but his finish isn't great, and that's what we banked on, as Davis has got an in-swinging corner. Going to take it, aim for that back post, that's what we practiced. Who's up there ready for it? Should be the centre forward. And it's headed over. The centre-half Edmondson got on the end of it, but the skipper puts it over. It stays 0-0, and this time it's going to be frustration, I think, as we go into 4 added minutes. Hayden picks it up in his own area. Out to Deli Bashiru. Are Wigan going to counter? Are they going to show to attack? Thomas comes over halfway. Don't you dare let them nick this. Of all the games, this we have been so dominant in. They've gone for one long ball over the top, and Edmondson will get there first. No, no, no. What are they doing? The keeper came rushing out to charge at him as Swanson goes down the line. Shaquille's in again. Could become a hero. In one-on-one. He's hit the goalkeeper again. Please just place one in the corner. You've got great composure. You're a great finisher. And what are you doing? It's a wasted chance. How have we not won this game? There is nothing wrong with a tactic here. This is just confidence. This is missed opportunities. Davis has got an outswinging corner. Why are you slowing it down there? To the back post. Hurst is down. Penalty kick. Oh, please. Do not miss. We haven't scored in ages. And I do worry that this is one of those. You've seen with strikers generally this year, and penalty takers in general, that they score when they're in form. When they haven't scored in a while, they don't. But George Hurst breaks the mould. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way. 93rd minute. Wigan 0, Ipswich 1. And I mean it with the greatest of respect. We thoroughly deserve that. So let's go and make a couple of adjustments now. Ferdinand will go into a Deneran's role. He will become an advanced playmaker on attack. In fact, it might even be better to do that with Woodburn. Probably is. Ferdinand can play out on the right again. We'll put the other lad out to the left-hand side. I know it's not ideal, but it's only for a few minutes. He can be an inside forward on attack. Hurst can stay up there as well. And then Adeniran is just going to drop back in. He'll go box to box. Mola back in the holding role. And with 2 minutes to go, this could be a pivotal win. And when you look at the stats, let's be honest, it's thoroughly deserved. It's a brilliant performance, and we've got the goal to reward us. The lack of goals from open play is a bit of a concern, but 3 expected goals, probably 2 without the penalty. It's a 1-0 win. It's a big win, the first in 7, and we got the result we needed. We're going to be comfortable in the championship, but my word, we've got to start scoring those chances. Well, the win puts us back up to 12th place, 15 points, 3 off the playoffs, now 9 off the relegation zone. Everyone's played a different number of games, so it's very difficult to predict. But we've got Millwall in 3 days' time. We're now above them in the league on goal difference. They've got -9, second or third worst in the league. Where did they go this weekend? I can't see them on there. We'll find out later on, of course. There they are. They lost 2-1 at home to Sunderland. Not the first team to lose at home to them, but we'll be back to play them in a moment. Hopefully most of this team is fit, but that was a really important result. Now we've just got to find our scoring boots. Well, here we go. It's fitness test time, and now comes the toughest challenge in a championship. Not winning a game, but backing it up and being consistent. We're at home to Millwall, and we probably need a result because at the weekend we play at home to Watford. They've drawn 1 and lost 0 of their 10 matches so far. So us and Millwall, the midfield battle, they've not drawn a game yet this year, so 0-0 might be off the table. But with their goal difference, could this possibly be a game we score in? Let's go and find out. We're at home, we've got to try and get on the front foot, but I know that's a little bit trickier for us. The only thing I will say out of the last game is that playing that little bit more direct did seem to help us. Whether we're going to the opponents to judge that on, I'm not quite sure yet. The positives, everyone is fully fit. The bench, well, we can keep that the same too. So it's going to be the same 11 and the same 18 that beat Wigan at the weekend. But can it do the same again here? Let's go and find out as we host Millwall. Fingers crossed, it's another 3 points. Time to try and end our dismal home run now then, because the last couple we have lost by 1-0. I like to avoid that today if we can. They've got some good players in their team, so let's go and get through the dressing room. We've got the home advantage, go and make it count. No reaction whatsoever. The lads haven't rebuilt their confidence in us yet, but into the first half we go. A decent crowd in again. Now can they roar us on to victory? Well, it's been a relatively quiet start. No highlights in the first 19 minutes, but there are a couple of shots on target for each according to the stats. And here we got it with Sykes on the left-hand side. Chance to cross from the byline. Inverted winger, but playing a bit more traditionally wide there. Back to Kent 30 yards out. And his shot's over the bar. 0-0 it remains, but on the front foot. And 5 shots already. That's a far cry from the recent home matches. Just notice Nicholas Pepe there, scoring against Luton in the Championship for Blackburn. They've really got some big names in, haven't they? As McNamara down the right for Millwall, another long-term servant there. He gets to the byline, good block. Davis will head it away, and not really anyone there. McNamara again. We know Millwall probably going to be a physical team, but that's a wayward shot from distance. We'll take them all day. If one of them goes in, then so be it. 0-0 with half an hour gone. It's been an even match between two evenly matched sides. And let's be fair, if we end up in the same position in the table, I'll be a very happy man. 5 to the break, we've just edged the stats. But at half-time, not much possession, and 0-0 is going to be the score. So let's go and talk to the lads, try and keep it boring. And this is the one thing I will say for them. They've been in the matches nearly every time. Let's tell the defenders we believe in them, because there are a few nerves about. We haven't done a great deal about that. We'll talk to Raheem Harper as well. I believe in you. Come on, react to me. They haven't done so. And as we approach the hour mark, we are starting to dominate the stats. But of course, the game is not played on paper. It is played on the pitch. And from set pieces, we have been diabolical again. We have done a lot of work on them, trust me. But 1-0 down to Millwall. It's a very Millwall goal. And despite dominating this match, we have got nothing to show for it. So I'm going to change the tact a little bit here. Sykes will come off for Woodburn. I'm going to go like for like up front because the other lad's nervous. Hurst is looking fatigued. So let's just go advance forward on attack. Let's try and push in behind. Harper's nervous too, so Adena ran on for him. And Wolfenden, he must have lost his man. Cooper will come on as the fourth one. 1 sub remaining if we need it. 1-0 down. And despite being the better side for the most part, we look like we're coming out of this with no points, though Kent's got it by the byline. Alex Mowat drifts wide to help. Back to Leif Davis. Good cross in. Woodburn can't get there. Van der Water will clear downfield. Wouldn't quite say that was a whip cross, but oh well. As Kent brings it forward again. Good ball to Ferdinand Ramdoita. And that is a classy finish. We've scored a goal. We've got Millwall back. And as soon as they open the scoring, Ferdinand pegs them back to 1-1. Lovely knee slide in celebration. And with a quarter of the game to go, now we've got the momentum as Davis on the left, all the way back to his goalkeeper. Not a big fan of that. You can just imagine the fans groaning, can't you? As Kent gives it to Cooper. Brings it over halfway unopposed. Chips up towards Ferdinand again. The man's in the middle. Lays it across. And he's got his first goal for the club. That could be a big moment. The change of tactic has worked. Putting on the quicker striker has worked too. And after a couple of big misses in that Wigan game, he has now scored a crucial goal. But of course, it can't just be a good story, can it? There has to be a problem. And now we've got an injury on the left wing to Ben Woodburn. I don't know that I've got anyone who can play there. Leif Davis can do it a little bit. Mola can play left back a little bit. And we've also got Trey Hume who can play left back a little bit. So I think the simple answer is we're going to have to push Leif Davis up on the left wing. He'll just be a traditional winger on support. And then maybe at left back, which one do we choose? Mola a little bit more physically imposing at 6 foot. Hume's probably better in the air, ironically. I'm going to bring on the better defender and the player who's been here longer. Trey Hume is on left back. Davis pushed up. The 5th sub is made. It's been caused by an injury, but we've turned this around. Now, fingers crossed, we hold on for the 3 points. 10 minutes to go. The stats are starting to look very favourable, and I'm starting to believe in this side again. We've had the only clear-cut chance of the match. We deserve to be ahead, but it can all change very quickly, though Kent gives it to Cooper. We do look a bit more in control here. Swanson can play over here. Oh, he's turned back into trouble. Why would you do that? Kent recovers it. Really good defending from the holding midfielder. Edmondson picks the ball up at centre-half. Chips forward, but that's more for the target man, that ball. You've got to play it over the top if you want to get success there. Big ball forward from Millwall. Van der Water into the box. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Jeez, how many times? Edmondson must have given away 4 penalties this year. And in the same way we won in stoppage time at the weekend, we're going to be cost a victory. and it is a game we have utterly dominated. I'm so annoyed about it. Look at the confidence drop to the floor. And what a stupid decision again. We've got the players to stay on your feet. We've got the dominance in the matches, but we've not got goal scorers, and then we've got individual errors. 2-2, and it's heartbreaking really, because that game we really deserve to win. Let's get through to the dressing room. They barely had a sniff before the pen, but it just sums up our season. We've given away a penalty, and we've given away a free header from a corner. Individual errors. Let's go and tell the lads we're disappointed, because we were on top in that game. But 4 points out of 6 isn't bad. It could have been so much better. The performances are encouraging, but the results, well, we've still got to do a little better on that front. Let's go and have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. Ben Woodburn's injury is, oh jeez, it does not end well, does it? A broken foot, he's out for 3 months at least. This is not ideal. Let's go and have a look at the schedule. We've got the league leaders next. That's probably a write-off. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come back in mid-December. Derby County, Luton Town. The side I spent years managing on Twitch in FM22, and a side that I support and hold a season ticket with in real life. At the moment, I think we're doing just enough. But there's too many little frustrations at the moment. I think, though, we're not far away from success. Let's hope that wasn't the start of an injury crisis. If you did enjoy the matches, the late win at Wigan, and the late heartbreak against Millwall, then please do put a thumbs up on it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is it just a matter of time? Is it just the level of competition that we're at? Is it just the quality of our squad? Should I be doing better, or am I really just limited by what I'm working with? If you want to stay up to date and find out how we get on, and whether we can stay comfortable this championship season, then please do subscribe and turn that notification bell on. Daily videos from 2 long-term stories, including our Build a Nation, which will be back tomorrow. You can find the sponsor HelloFresh and the Twitch channel and the football podcast. They're all above my head in the eye above. And just above my head now is our Build a Nation save. We had a big start to the season a few days ago. Give it a try if you haven't seen it already. And we'll be back here in a couple of days' time to play my beloved Luton Town.